Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on. Hey.
Now ETN to start the drive. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Another tote for ETN. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Mays. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Off play action. Mays. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That's complete outright to the tight end, Trimble. He's got room at the 30, and he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they start some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
18,
They'll look to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
19 Tiger, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Seven Pirates.
On 2nd down and 4. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Buffalo 18.
To throw is Jackson. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
In motion right is Wilson.
Hey, check that. Street.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Off the play fake. Mays. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Jets are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Panther 11,
to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right.
He dumps this one off here to Hall. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Jets at 4-3, a game over 500. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now it's Martin. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real Back to throw. Mays. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this one is right through. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Jackson going up top. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from taking the lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
The play after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on first down. Mays. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On first down, Mays. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
18, Pioneer. Check, hurt.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
60
Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Give to Hall running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. He completes it to Henry. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Jackson from the shotgun, looking long for Thomas. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The slot man in motion right. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Coming up now with a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Martin, the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 38, Jackson. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Paul want to give up the middle.
Shifts by at the 50. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Lutz with the extra point. He's up to 8. after the touchdown. Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there. Just kind of hoping something good can happen. A completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Second and 10.
Ball again on second down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Jackson now. And caught by Henry. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Cut my team, cut my team.
4th down, here's Jackson. It's complete to Martin. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
The 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your own game film up here in your head.
You know, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead is hanging by a thread after that pick 6, but look, they're still in the driver's seat. Now the question, how aggressive will they be on this drive? Time to find out. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that. The first play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
18 runners.
Here's Jackson. And he is is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. He could not get rid of it, and a big-time loss there on third. The sack sets up fourth. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Right there, hurt.
On 1st and 10, Mays eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, Mays. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. But they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Evans in motion left. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. On 1st down, right back to ETN. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. A give. It's ETN off the option. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. He'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give him the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from deep in enemy territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Next match! Next match!
Jackson to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Go sweet! Safety Ranger! Safety Ranger! Buffalo 18!
Throwing. Jackson. Now this is caught by Martin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This to almost certainly win the football game. The kick by Lutz is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He's back to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come short. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Jets,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.
Trends, run it up. Say that with my chest, run it up. No, I will not bend.